called Finisher Magazine, and this particular video is a sequence of postures designed to work on our hamstrings but in conjunction with our hips and our lower back. So let me just quickly explain what I also explained in the article, but I want to show you what happens when we have very tight hamstrings or very tight hips and what's the connection. So tight hip flexors, that is in front, just near the front of the thigh, when the hip flexors are very tight, there is a tendency to tilt the pelvis forward, creating an unnatural arch in the or a unnatural movement in our spine, in our lower back, causing the hamstrings at the back of the legs to become very tight. And so when that happens, this is called an anterior pelvic tilt. And if this is sustained for a long time, if it's not corrected, it can lead to severe lower back or chronic lower back issues. And similarly, if our hamstrings are tight because of wrong posture, then that can cause tightness in our hips, and the psoas, which is connected to our lower back, can again create issues here. So this whole region, the hips, the hip flexors, the lower back and the hamstrings at the back are intimately connected. So this sequence is designed to release that in conjunction with each other. Okay, so let us begin. The first thing that we will do is just a gentle forward and backward movement of the spine to stretch our psoas, the hip flexors and our hamstrings, but in a gentle way. Okay, so keep your legs hip width apart and slowly supporting your lower back, very gently just push your hips forward, push your hips gently forward and arch back. Exhale, push your hips back and stretch your spine forward. You can even take your arms forward and use wall support if you need it. Again, bring your hands back and slowly, you can bend your knees here in this movement if you have lower back sensitivity. Push the hips forward, arch back. And exhale, gently push the hips back. You can bend your knees here if that makes you feel good. And stretch forward, keeping the arms in line with your neck and ears. Again, inhale, one more time we do. Slowly, just gentle arch, stretching the hip flexors in the front. And as you exhale, slowly shift your pelvis back, stretch your spine forward, keep your knees bent if that helps you. And slowly inhale and come back. Take a breath here. And another posture that will help us warm up a little bit and strengthen our hip flexors is the chair pose, Utkatasana. Keep a little gap between your feet just to align your hips, especially if you have wide hips. And then toes pointing towards the front, gently lower your buttocks down. I'll show from this angle. Lower the buttocks down. Try to bring your buttocks down in line, your thighs parallel almost towards the mat. And then take your arms up slowly, upper arms in line with your ears and neck. Keep a natural arch for the lower back. So don't tilt or don't tuck in, just keep a natural arch for the lower back. And take 3 breaths here. Engage your thighs, breathe nicely into your chest, engage your core. Wonderful strengthening for the hip flexors here as well as for the lower back. One more breath. And slowly inhale and come up. Exhale and release. You can do this longer, but I have a very short time frame, so I'm rushing through a little bit. Now, after Utkatasana, another posture that I really like doing and it really opens up the hips and strengthens the lower body is the goddess pose. It's called Utkatasana. It's a variation of Utkatasana that we just did. And slowly here, you bring your feet apart. Your toes are pointing to the sides. Place your hands on your thighs and maintain your balance. And gently just start lowering down, very gently. Keep your balance. If you want, you can do this against a wall so that you don't fall backward if you're new to the practice. And then as you feel more comfortable, you can slowly lower a little bit further down. And then bring your hands in the center and breathe. Initially, you may feel like you're tilting your torso forward. And as you get more comfortable, as you get your balance, you can tilt your torso back to the center. Lower the buttocks down, open up your hips and breathe nicely here. One more breath. And slowly come back. Take a breath. Take a breath here. Prasarita Padottanasana. Now widen your legs apart a little bit further. Let your toes this time point towards the front. And then slowly as you inhale, stretch your arms up and very gently push your hips back. You can bend your knees just a little bit here and then slowly come forward and down. And slide your feet apart if that helps you, or as much as you can. Just be mindful of your hamstrings, your inner thighs. You can use a block right under your palms for support. And just stay here. Take a couple of breaths. Feel the downward movement from your lower back. Take one more breath. And then slowly, maintaining your balance, slide your hands to your hips. You can bend your knees just a little bit here and inhale, slowly come up. Exhale and bring your legs back to center. You can hold it a little bit longer, as I said, if you have the time. Now, from here, let us come to child's pose. So as I said, the objective is not just to work on our hamstrings. It is to work on them in conjunction with the hips and the lower back. So let us open our hips and hip flexors a little bit further through Anjaneyasana. Come to child's pose, take a breath here. And then stretch your arms forward wider than your shoulders and take your right leg forward. Back toes are in line with the heels and the left knee. Right knee and ankle is in one line. Lower your hips down nicely. Stretch your hip flexors here nicely. Lower the hips down. Look up as you breathe. And you can stay here, or if you are comfortable, you can come up, interlock your fingers on top of the right knee. Lower your hips down, keeping your torso in the center. Wonderful stretch for the hips. Strengthens your hips. And then slowly, after a few breaths, bring your hands back to center. This time, turn your right toes in and walk back. And slowly bring your chest towards your right knee. Breathe here. This is a wonderful stretch for the hamstrings in conjunction with the hips. Slowly relax into this forward fold. Keep your toes tucking in and heels pushed away to stretch your hamstrings. And after a few breaths, come back. And then you can slide this leg back. Take a moment in child's pose to balance out the body. And then same thing we do quickly on the other side. Make sure that you align your knee and ankle, the back leg, toes, heel and back of the knees in one line. Lower the hips down. And then if you are comfortable, come to center, balance. And then just lower the hips down a little more here, Anjaneyasana. Breathe. And then slowly we move into the hamstring stretch. Turn the left toes in and slowly walk back. And gently lead your chest towards the left knee. So don't force your head down. The objective is to bring the chest on the thigh and stretch the back of the left leg. Take a couple of breaths here. Steady yourself. And then slowly walk back forward. Bring the leg back slowly with control and child's pose. Slowly come up once you're ready, and this time we will move to our belly. We lie down on the mat and we'll do a really nice spinal twist from here. So take a breath, make a pillow with your hands, join your toes in Makarasana, and just take a breath here. Just shift your hips side to side nicely. Relax. And then now bring your feet together, take your arms in T position, and from here slowly I'll show the other side. I'll show from the left to right first. Inhale, take the left leg up, and exhaling very gently just twist and move your left leg to the right side and turn your right cheek on the mat. And that's it. Just a gentle twist. And then if you want, if you feel comfortable here, you can bend this left leg, and with your right hand you can slowly pull the left heel towards the buttocks to stretch the hip flexors. And you can stay here, or if this is too much for you this time, you can just stay here like this, just simply twisting. And then come back slowly. And then before you do the other side, just take a breath and then go carefully and slowly. This time inhale, take this right leg to the left side, slowly turn the cheek, left cheek down to the mat. Just stay here if that feels good already. Otherwise you can even fold this right leg, bring your left hand to the right foot and pull the right leg in. And just feel the stretch in your right hip. Take a couple of breaths and then come back. Relax. Hands to the chest. Slowly push yourself back to child's pose. We go step by step through each posture. We're releasing this whole region, working through our hips, hamstrings and lower back. Virasana. Now this is challenging for a lot of people, so you can keep a block under your buttocks or you can keep a firm cushion under your buttocks. Bring your heels apart and place your buttocks in between your legs. Or you can sit, bring your buttocks on a block. Okay? Now from here, if you're a beginner and you have lower back sensitivity, then just simply you can be here as you arch, turn the chin up, take a breath here. Or if you feel comfortable, just walk back and slowly just stay here. If you have a little more room to maneuver, then you can lift your hips up slightly and then bring your elbows down and feel a nice stretch here in the front of your body. And for those of you who are looking for a little more stretch and your body allows you that space to maneuver, then you can come all the way down, Supta Virasana. You lie down and gently just take your hands over the head and feel that nice stretch in the whole front of the body, working through the quadriceps, the hip flexors, the psoas. Nice stretch here. And just as an option, if this full thing is challenging for you but you want to still give it a try, you can stretch one leg out, and this really makes it a lot easier. And you can breathe. And you can do the same thing for the other side. After a few breaths on one side, you come back, take this other leg out and lie down. And then we come back up slowly. We slide this leg back, go back to child's pose. Make sure that you are balancing out that arch in the back after the last posture. Throughout the yogic practice, we are making sure we are balancing every movement in the body. So every forward bend is balanced with a back bend, every back bend is balanced by a forward bend. So let us come, the final leg of our practice, we lie down in supine. And here, you take a couple of breaths in Shavasana. And then, once you're ready, you bring your toes together, toes pointing in, heels pushed away, lower the chin towards the chest. And then simply bring your right leg up and then slowly down. You can bend your right knee if that helps you. Left leg up and slowly down. Now, this time you bring the right leg up. You can hold your right leg, support it nicely by interlocking the fingers at the back. You can even bend your left knee here. And as you exhale, head up, chest up, walk your hands towards your ankles or your right heel, and then just stay here. Feel that nice hamstring stretch. And then if you're very comfortable and you want a deeper stretch, stretch the left leg out. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Excellent stretch for the body and particularly the hamstrings. And then come back. Bend your knees to your chest, take a breath, and slowly, balancing out that stretch, you bring the right leg down. Same thing on the other side. Left leg up, you can bend the right leg first to prepare. Head up, chest up, slide hands up, and hold. Remember to not tense your neck, shoulders. Drop the tension from here and just calmly observe yourself as you stretch. Breathe into your hamstrings, breathe into your head, neck area. One more breath. And slowly bend knees to your chest, take a breath and head down and come back. And you can take a couple of breaths here, roll the head side to side. We do one last posture before we complete the practice today. I'm just lifting my head up to release any tension from my neck first. And then I keep my legs slightly apart, bend the knees and lift the legs up, and I come into happy baby. I move the knees apart outside of my torso and take my hands, and you can use a strap here if you want, and slowly just press your soles of your feet down, bringing your knees down towards the mat. Relax. Just settle down here. Take a few deep breaths. If you have time, you can stay here for 5 deep breaths. Let there be 90 degrees between your calf muscles and your hamstrings, and just stay here. Enjoy it. You can rock side to side without changing the distance between your feet. And then when you're done, take a break here in Pavanmuktasana and slowly bring your legs back down and relax in Shavasana. And you can stay in Shavasana as long as you want, but I'm going to come back up to finish this sequence, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that it helps you bring relief to your body. Stay safe. Namaste.